Hey Saggy Seeker, welcome back to the Existential Shift with Morgane. Very happy to have you here. Happy February. I know I am fashionably late, but you made fashionably late a thing, so you can't judge me. I'm just in your energy. Kidding, kidding, kidding. Shading you just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, who can I do it with if not with my humoristic Sagittarius? Okay. Oh, Sagittarius wants to talk. Okay. Six of Swords in the upright, the High Priestess in the reverse. Yeah. Do not approach a High Priestess in the reverse. Do not try to communicate, do not try to reach, do not try to go there. The High Priestess knows what she wants and what she doesn't want. And if she's hiding from you, it's because that's what she wants to do. High Priestess does not need salvation. And even if she needed, Six of Swords is not the energy that can do that for her. So, if you're the High Priestess trying to hide from someone and they're like all Six of Swords kind of trying to go from the window and then it doesn't work from the window, then from the hole in the door, and if that doesn't work, then from the crack in the wall, and you're like, oh, please stop. And if you don't understand hints / clear signs of stop, stop. I don't know how else to say it. Someone here doesn't know how else to say it. Like, they've tried every single way to be like, I'm not around. And someone else is just not getting it. Just not getting it. I see constant attempt of communication with someone who's not interested in communication. And that's just off. Queen of Wands in the reverse. A fire energy that could be you, but could definitely be someone else, that won't take no for an answer, that is very egocentric based and keeps trying to prove themselves. Queen of Wands in the upright is heart-based. Queen of Wands in the reverse is ego-based, egocentric, selfish, petty, annoying. Sorry for this reading, but it's just what comes out. What is coming out. Maybe you're experiencing this. Maybe someone is just not letting you be. Constantly tries to show themselves even though no one wants to see. You know, like trying to steal center stage. Leo, Queen of Wands, and it's upright. Leo in the reverse. Like, look at me, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Do you remember that I'm here? Can you remember that I'm here? No, and I don't wanna. Stop reminding me. Right? This is also energy of no means no. Someone needs to learn to accept no as an answer. No can be for so many things, okay? If someone says, I don't want to communicate, and you're like, oh, but I just want to say this. No, just nothing. I'm really sorry if someone is doing this to you, Sagittarius. And if you're a Sagittarius that's doing this to someone else, you have got to stop. I'm sorry for being the tough healer here. But it's not pretty. It's not respectful. Someone is refusing to accept that a temporary situation has ended. Six of Swords is temporary. Let go and move on. Or someone else needs to let go and move on. I'm sorry, but I can't keep saying either you or someone else. So just, you know, just Recognize from the narrative which role you're playing. Okay, my lovely Sag? Okay, let's keep going. See what's going on here. Six of Swords, High Priestess in the reverse, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. It's like two women are pissed. There are two women who are pissed at someone who keeps trying to nudge into their life. And they're like, let's see, in case this is not your narrative, in case I'm only speaking to one person, you know. But you know, it's a collective energy. Maybe a lot of you are feeling the same way, either by creating it or by experiencing it. Okay. More for my collective of Sagittarius seekers. And I have so many of you, and I'm grateful for most of you in my life. My brother is a Sag. He's a great Sag. He's a by-the-book Sag that travels all over, works all over. It's fine. Okay. All right. What else for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, by the way. Okay. Ooh. So I have the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands in the reverse. A workload. Someone is overworking themselves to the point of complete breakdown. Be careful, okay? To not be careful of being a workaholic. Be careful of overburdening yourself because you're trying to escape a situation. I have three strong characters in the reverse: the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the High Priestess. People, you know, sometimes people who are not supposed to communicate just shouldn't communicate. It's simple. People who are not supposed to be in touch just shouldn't be in touch. It's simple. Keep it simple and don't burden yourself and others, okay? Keep things simple. Be where you are wanted. Don't be where you are not wanted. If someone is overbearing on you, put very clear boundaries. But I see a lot of heaviness when it comes to human relationships and when it comes to work and wanting to prove, and someone wanting to prove themselves and then overdoing it to a point of exhaustion. Okay case scenario is you're exhausting yourself. Worst case scenario is you're exhausting your environment. Sagittarius. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Let's see more for Sagittarius, please. Clear, benevolent guidance for the best February possible for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Happy Valentine's Day. The extended will be a Valentine's special. We'll do a special for love. But let's focus on the general read, please. More for Sagittarius viewers and seekers. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Yes, something needs to change drastically, and the universe is pushing towards it. And also keep in mind, it's a very karmic time, karmic release and new karmic buildup. So everything you do is observed and written up there. This is a time where you're supposed to release karma and be very particular and meticulous with potential new karma that you're creating, okay? So be by the book. Be good, Sag, because energies is watching you. You don't want another cycle of the same crap that you went through to happen again, because karma is a result of our behavior, okay? So if we repeat the same patterns, if we don't learn from our mistakes, and we keep pushing where we shouldn't be pushing and all that jazz, We're just recreating the same stuff. Massive change is required. The Wheel of Fortune is like, it's not just exterior changes, it's not just, oh, luck. When readers do that, it's like, did you buy a book and then call yourself a tarot reader? This is as above, so below, as within, so without. You see the inner little circle that turns the outer circle and the outer circle? Massive inner shifts and inner changes and turns create massive changes in our reality, okay? A little screwdriver, if it starts turning in the other direction, it turns the entire mechanism in the other direction. Don't wait for lady luck to change your luck. Change your behavior and then your luck will change, huh? There's also someone really wants to control, and they're telling themselves all kinds of reasons as to why. But the truth is they just really want to be in control of something, of someone, of a situation. Not everything. So here's the thing with closure. Someone's perception of closure isn't necessarily aligned with someone else's perception of closure. And the person that is done, that's what needs to be respected. If someone is done, it needs to be done. Whether you're okay with it or not, or whether the other person is okay with it or not. Okay? Nothing can be formed, nothing can be forced. That includes closure. Our emotions are our responsibility, no one else's. How we feel or our luck or our life are not dependent on someone else's reactions, response, behavior, will, feelings. It's all yours, okay? What you're feeling is all yours. It's no one else's responsibility. It's never anybody else's responsibility. No one can impose their own emotional needs on someone else. It is not a good thing to do. That creates very bad karma. Okay? The cards are not coming out, meaning I have more things to say, so I'll just keep talking, I guess. What else can I see here? Everything wants to come out in the reverse. Sagittarius, comment. Let me know how you rock and roll with this. 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 6 of Wands in the reverse. A path that you, or someone that seemed to be the thing that you wanted it to work out, it's just not the path. But in your head it is. Whilst it's not, this is great. This is 2 people seeing eye to eye, going on the same route and succeeding, cooperating, communicating, same level. This is the illusion of it. And I also have here the 10 of Wands in reverse and characters in reverse. It's like people are stuck in a character when the movie is over. I'm sorry, Sagittarius. If this doesn't resonate with you guys, please watch your other placements. Also watch, last month's readings, because it helps to look. I always recommend that, to look from a new point of view. Bottom of the deck, Hermit. That's the advice. Definitely go within. You keep trying. Someone keeps trying to find the answers outside of them, whether it be the positive answers or the blame answers. Who's to be grateful for and who's to blame? Who's to expect what of? The answers are inside of you and not in anyone else. Everybody has their journey. They're walking their own path. This is a time for patience, quiet, and observation, self-reflection. not escapism. I can't handle this situation. I don't want to believe this is true, so trying to mold it into a different story than what it actually is to fit the narrative that is comfortable for you. It amazes me how creatures of such freedom, see, that's the thing. The description of the zodiac is always the mission and the challenge, right? So if the description of Sagittarius is freedom and liberation, their challenge is to A, obtain their own freedom and liberation, B, respect other people's freedom and liberation, right? Your greatest by the book strength is also, in essence and in fact and in reality, your greatest challenge and aspiration. That's what we need to master. So in Sagittarius case, there's a calling for liberation from the narrative, from the story. Even if the story sounds perfect in your head because you're an idealist and you're a visionary and you have the goal in front of you and you aim the arrow and you shoot and you're like, yes, we'll get there. And then the arrow is like wind stuff and the arrow has a mind of its own. The arrow doesn't want to get there. The arrow has its rights. And you're like, but you're my arrow. No, the arrow belongs to itself. If it wants to cooperate with you, then you're on the same path and you'll get to the goal. But if the arrow doesn't want to cooperate with you, if the arrow wants to be someone else's arrow, I don't know. Right? Sometimes the storyteller needs to respect the character's free will. Sometimes the characters don't want to go according to the narrative of the writer. Sometimes they have a different writer, or they want to, or they're done with the book, they're done with the movie, they're in a new world. Okay? And then the storyteller is still stuck. Don't be stuck, storyteller. A lot of fire in the reverse. Oof, a lot of ego. A lot of inability for self-restraint. I don't know if it's you or someone else. Once again, I don't know. And take it with a grain of salt. Okay. I want to see more from a Sagittarius. Let's see their... Oh! Judgment, yep. Awakening, realization. Someone is being called out for their BS. Self-realization. It will hit you strong if you won't get there yourself with the Wheel of Fortune. Go within and listen to the truth that is not necessarily the one that you want to hear. Judgment doesn't scare, right? Judgment says the truth. Accept the universal truth, universal freedom. We are all gods, but also little screws in a big mechanism. And sometimes humility is required. A wake-up call. Judgment is definitely a wake-up call. I want you guys to look at this. Okay. I have 2 6s in the reverse, 2 10s. A lot of ones. So the universal spirit is really being the judge of us right now, okay? Have we cleared, like 2018 gave us nothing but opportunity to really learn about ourselves and about our mechanism and to really clear karma, because Spirit wants humanity to step forward to a new state of existence, to a new frequency, a higher frequency, more expanded consciousness, and that requires clearing a lot of karma, okay? And you have to listen to the voices, to the callings. You have to snap out of your own narrative. You have to Get out of the loop of the mechanism. Souls are being called, you know? I don't want to shuffle the deck and see a tower, because if we don't do it ourselves, then the tower comes, right? Oh, but what do I have here at the bottom of the deck? The devil. Someone really doesn't want to do the work. They want it to be the way they want it to be. Come on. This is extreme lack of self-awareness. Someone keeps telling themselves that they're being amazing with their behavior, but I have no idea how much they're not being amazing. Sorry if you have this in your environment. And if it comes from you, maybe this is a wake-up call. Benevolent message and guidance for Sagittarius' highest potential, please, in regards to these messages for February. Thank you. King of Wands in the reverse. Again, more ego. Okay, this situation, whoever is behaving this way, or the people who are behaving this way, energy is really protective over whoever is the environment who suffers from this BS, okay? Whatever the controlling, unaware energy here is trying to do will not work. There's a lot of manipulative, egocentric energy here. If you're suffering from someone who's doing that around you, just karma and spirit are on their back. Don't worry. Don't worry. If you're doing this, you know what? If you're doing this, then I'll just be repeating myself. God, I hope you're not gonna unsubscribe. I mean, do what you need to do, right? If someone is that much unaware of themselves while they're behaving like this, and then choose to not listen to the messages, maybe the existential shift is just not a part. This is the existential shift. This is mundane ego bullshit. Okay? Step up or get left behind. I have nothing else to say. Okay. Let's finish on a positive note. One more card before we go to show Saggy their extended for love. And God, I hope I'll see some of you in the extended. I'm guessing a lot of you might be suffering from this in your environment, you know? Either way, I feel like some people need to hear this, or else these cards wouldn't come out. And so many in the reverse. Okay, one more card, please, to conclude February for Sagittarius, please. One more card to conclude February for Sagittarius. A benevolent guidance, a benevolent message. If Sagittarius take the advice, what's the best potential, best outcome? If Sagittarius take the advice, what is the best outcome for this reading? The best outcome, if someone is behaving like this, is if they go within and really admit to themselves their own behavior. Okay? And the best outcome, if you're not the one doing this, if you're experiencing this in your environment, is that the person who's doing this will go there. But that requires a lot of courage, going into the subconscious, going into the moon, admitting our own, you know, gunk. but it's also major growth and major changes. There is anxiety, there is worrying here, but it's all for the sake of, you know, the more extreme the situation is, the more extreme the requirements to snap out of it, right? So let's go through this with love. I'd be happy to give you a private reading if you feel the need of one. Okay, you can book that in the link below. You can book a private reading. In the link below, you can also there's a link to your extended, which I'm doing right now. I'm going to show you the first part of it, and after that there will be a Celtic cross for Valentine's Day. We'll focus on love, and then what you call it. And then there's also in the link below, in the information box, I'm sorry, there's a link for 2019 Ministers of Magic, the extended for the entire year, where I dissect the year by the months with the After Tarot, with Celtic Tarot, with runes, I Ching, and the Akashic Records. And there's also a link to Tarot Masterclass if you want to study Tarot from me. Okay, so this will be the first part of your extended. And let's finish up with runes. I have here the major arcana and the repetition, the numeric repetition, which is 2 6s. So we will address this. A rune, please, for my Sagittarius, my visionary Sagittarius, who sometimes need their arrow straightened. Rune for Sagittarius for February, please. Yes, the Guz. Oh, thank you. This could be the letter D. A new dawn, a new beginning. New day. Follow the sun. Follow the dawn. Follow the new beginning. Let go of the night. Let go of the yesterday. This is a strong push through ourselves for rebirth. That's great. Okay. All right, guys, I will see you in a second in your extended for Valentine's, and watch your other placements for a wholesome view, especially if you didn't resonate with this. And I will see you in March regardless. Happy Valentine's Day to all my Saggy seekers. Mwah. Bye for now.